So, hello everyone. Let's do our thing now. TOEFL Math Reading Advanced Level Taragon Publishing. Today we're going to do Chapter 4. Actual TOEFL A. Evolutionary Linguistics. Okay. What is evolution? Evolution is the process of gradual development of something over a period of time. Okay. Linguistics is the study of languages. Okay. How they work. All right. One of the parts of the linguistics is evolutionary linguistics, and the people who studies it try to discover how it started. Sub-branch. Sub means under, okay? Having something, being a part of something larger. Branch is a part of something, all right? Practitioner. What does practice mean? Practice means to do something regularly. And practitioner here would mean someone who studies it. Okay. Strive to means make great effort to do something. Finding how the language began. It's like a treasure hunt because the early ones have no written record. But there are methods that the linguistics use to find the beginning of the language, and these would be deciding if there's any similar words in different languages, and after that, after deciding what similar words they have, they use the similar words to find a common language, a shared language that has that was the basis for modern languages. Subsequent means happening after something, all right? Common would mean shared language. Serve as means to function as. And although this method is not perfect, by using the subjects such as history and archaeology, these people who try to find the origin of the languages can put together the information about where the languages came from and how they developed into other languages. Discipline is the area of study, all right? A subject for study. Archaeology is the study of the past societies and people by examining the remains of their buildings or tools or other things. Okay? So what is this part about? One of the sub-branch of linguistics is evolutionary linguistics, and they try to discover the origins of languages. Finding the root of a language is very difficult because they have no written form. The early ones don't have written form. But there are methods that the linguistics use to find out the beginning of the languages. And these would be deciding finding out the similar words in different languages, and they use this after finding the similar words, they use these to look for a common language that was a basis for modern languages. This method is not perfect, but by using subjects such as history and archaeology, these these people who study linguistics can put together the information and find out where the languages came from and how they developed. Okay? One of the complexities in evolutionary linguistics can be seen in Proto-Indo-European. Okay? This is a kind of language. Okay? Proto means at the early stage, being at the early stage of development. All right? This is the root for the Indo-European languages, which more than half of the world speaks. The Indo-European language consists of only 140 of the world's languages, and there are 5,000 languages in total, but so it's not many. But they have spread around the world due to the expansion of the Europeans. Europeans going further. Included in the family, the Indo-European family, that's the family of languages, are English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, Greek, and several Baltic and Slavic languages, including Russian and some other languages spoken as far east. That means the farthest east part would be Iran and India. Okay, Baltic. Where is this Baltic? No, I mean, what is Baltic? Baltic is the Baltic Sea, or the countries around that sea. Let's see what the Baltic Sea is. Baltic Sea, do you see this? This sea here is the Baltic Sea. Get that? And these countries are called the Baltic states: Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Okay, Lithuania. The Baltic Sea. And the Slavic languages. Slavic languages are the languages that the Slavs use, who are the people of Eastern Europe, who speaks Slavonic languages. The shared words for similar things found in these languages made the linguists to have the idea that these languages have a similar beginning in the past. You understand? So what is this part about? This part is talking about the Proto-Indo-European language. For example, for the complexity of evolutionary linguistics. And this is where the Indo-European languages began, the Proto-Indo-European, okay? And the Indo-European languages, more than half of the world speaks this language. And this Indo-European language family has 140 languages, and in the world there are 5,000 languages, okay? Although the number is not many, the Indo-European languages have spread around the world due to the expansion of Europeans. So in this Indo-European family are English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, Greek, and Baltic Slavic languages. And when you go far east, there are Iran and India. And the common words for similar things in these languages made the linguists to have the idea that these languages all have a similar beginning in the past, somewhere in the past, okay? And this paragraph now would be the example of the common words in those languages. The number systems used in English, 1, 2, 3. In German, ein, zwei, drei, and in Russian, один, два, три are very similar. Okay. Other examples are the word brother, okay? In English it's brother, in German it's Bruder, and it's in Russian brat. And it's clear there's a connection because it's very similar. The search for the connection began over 100 years ago, and now the linguists generally accept that PIE is the language from which all the other Indo-European languages came from. Finding exactly when and where that language was spoken is very difficult because there's no written records of PIE. Why? Because it was spoken too long ago. Okay? So this part is about the examples of similar words in this Indo-European languages. All right. So it's clear that there's a connection, and the linguists now have the idea that PIE is where all the Indo-European languages came from. Finding the exact when and where that language was spoken is very difficult because there's no written records of PIE.